menurut aku juga. Karena ya antisipasi dengan efek Terrify-nya bisa ngeganggu nanti. Chow mungkin yang nggak punya flicker atau Hayabusa mungkin dengan Quad Shadow yang nggak connect.
Wah, 5.4k Jit.
Karena Valentina udah nggak ada juga. Dan tapi Varsha karena butuh damage kayaknya. Dengan win rate 100% dengan 7 kali picknya nih Varsha. Karena kalau midnya utility, Romnya mau apa? Rom damage kayaknya lumayan bukan jadi pilihan ya. Jadi kayak bener-bener butuh damage lagi. Karena sana kayaknya nggak bisa yang ya utility
yang
aja.
Utility aja gitu kan. Wow, ini sebenarnya masih ada chance hero support keluar sih sebenarnya ya. Kalau kita ngeliat dari susunan hero-nya nih, karena mereka udah lengkap loh. Frontliner ada 2, Poveus dan juga Baxia. Damage dealer udah lengkap, magical, physical udah ada dari Bigetron Academy.
Tapi kayaknya aku bakal
tetap ya
melihat dari Bigetron Academy romnya Khalid.
Nah itu bisa sih.
Iya kan, secara damage game. Ada, dia bisa nahan Quad Shadow.
Bener, map vision juga bakal control. Dan ya, Aurora yang diambil. Satu hero lagi.
Wow, dan Badak. Ini combo area of effect ya, dari EVOS yang diharapkan juga akan berjalan dari Symphony of Skill-nya. Tapi buat counter initiate juga Khalid enak banget di sini. Buat bisa incer belakang, ya kan, flicker Raging Sandstorm, buat nahan Shadow Kill, pakai Quicksand Guard-nya, ngepoke damage juga.
Iya sih, ini bisa Khalid.
Karena Gatot udah nggak ada nih. Buat dua-duanya.
Mungkin opsi lain, apakah masih ada ya? Udah di ban sih, sebenarnya opsi-opsi yang bagusnya, makanya aku cukup bingung juga nih. Ya Khalid sih sebenarnya, atau mau coba
apa?
Angela atau Rafaela tiba-tiba.
Atau initiator ya kayak Tigreal mungkin. Tapi kayak lumayan beresiko.
Waduh, baru dibahas demi kemuliaan. Oke. Wow, ini sebenarnya lagi-lagi akan mempermudah Varsha-nya ya untuk bisa combo dengan apapun itu nanti dari Tigreal pastinya bisa juga untuk dikombinasikan. Baxia yang akan ngeganggu banget. Tapi aku jujur udah lama gak ngeliat Baxia yang berhasil memenangkan early game rotation-nya sih.
Iya.
Meskipun udah di buff kan terakhir kan Shield Spirit-nya.
Apalagi lawannya Assassin ya.
Apalagi lawannya Assassin gitu.
Yang punya damage dan punya mobilitas yang kencang juga.
Iya.
Tapi ini dia barricade yang dibentengi oleh Bigetron Academy. 3 hero frontline. Apakah EVOS Icon mampu menembus hal tersebut ataukah benteng yang kuat itu akan membuat EVOS Icon terluka dengan akhirnya win streak yang pecah?
Iya, apakah sekali lagi macan putih akan meraung atau justru program dari Bigetron lah yang akan bisa mematahkan win streak panjang dari EVOS Icon? So inilah match point penentuan untuk apakah EVOS Icon atau Bigetron Academy yang bisa membawa kemenangan. So mari sekali lagi kita dengar suaranya MDL Arena. Mana tepuk tangannya? Let's go to the land of down.
Let's go. Match point. Yang kita akan lihat adalah apakah dengan match point ini mereka akan bermain hati-hati? Sepertinya tidak. Tergeser dengan Sacred Hammer ini juga menjadi sebuah tanda-tanda cukup harus lebih berhati-hati lagi nih untuk EVOS Icon. Karena sebenarnya kalau ngeliat dari power clear-nya sama-sama cepet ya. Iya,
tapi lagi-lagi sih kalau kita lihat nih ya, Hayabusa yang dibiarkan bebas gini, ini juga cukup berbahaya untuk goldnya Bigetron Academy nantinya. Lihat gimana Aleva kehilangan banyak HP, tapi Vin sepertinya yang harus nge-trigger flicker untuk menghindari Nazar. Tapi Nazar belum puas, masih mencoba untuk mendapatkan first blood-nya. Tapi sekarang nggak ada Quad Shadow, memang.
There they are.
Oh wow.
Spike planted. Variable. Last player standing.
Menghilangkan Quad Shadow-nya untuk maju gitu, mendapatkan first blood ke arah Bigetron Academy. Dan sekarang memang Turtle akan segera hadir. Lagi-lagi konsepnya tank jungle akan jauh lebih mudah untuk secure netral objektif. Apakah hal tersebut akan terjadi nih?
Masalahnya kita ngeliat dari tadi Suyo yang harusnya bisa pegang netral objektif ini patah.
Oke.
Dan berarti win rate Suyo 0% ya.
Di hari ini ya.
Di match ini ya.
Di bagian atas, lihat gimana Joey coba untuk diterjang. Apakah akan kehilangan? Pride of Ice-nya masih Ada Pride of Ice sana yang ke-trigger.
BP.
Spike planted.
Grounded.
Last player standing.
Enemy kill. Killjoy. Don't overthink it. Sometimes you just need to hit them with explosives.
Mi tadi, Joy
Wih.
juga, dan 1v1.
Oke, hampir aja ada pick off yang bisa didapatkan, tapi untungnya Dead Sonatanya belum connect ke arah pin ya. Itu masih beberapa HP terbalut dari tubuhnya, menghindarkan Abyss Walk, Spear of Misery
Man, what the fuck?
Spike planted.
Grenade! Gone here. Enemy spotted A. Shot and a score.
Last player standing.
Satchel out.
Untuk bisa mendapatkan sedikit perhatian dan mengusir mundur Aziski.
Ini udah benar-benar dipaksain sih, karena 5 player tapi The Way of Dragon Flicker yang dibuka oleh Aleva. Masih berhasil dihindari dengan Purify, Marcy. Emang agak sedikit
Can I get your sheriff? Thank you.
Hey.
Running diagnostics. Unit fully functional.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Sebenarnya tadi udah momentum ya untuk Frigate Glacier Connect 2. Tapi ada satu yang dikeluarin malah dengan The Way of the Dragon ya tadi ya. Dan akhirnya damage yang cukup juga bisa disumbangkan oleh Nazara dan Arziski sehingga terjadi pertukaran yang cukup adil 2 untuk 2 walaupun tidak adil di segi objektifnya.
Iya.
Yang dikontrol habis juga oleh Ricky dengan 2 turtle ditabung oleh Bigetron Academy dan membuat sekarang kali ini dari Aleva harus mundur.
Oke, Battle Ice Strike di cancel lagi ya. Ini benar-benar selalu
Mid. Up.
Lock in sight.
Spike down B.
You had your fun. My turn.
What the fuck?
Kitchen drop.
Spike planted.
Precise.
Planting here.
Player standing.
Like I never left.
Last player standing.
Yang kita mention barusan. Dan Turtle terakhir kali ini apakah perfect untuk Bigetron Academy? Melihat Ricky juga sejauh ini retributionnya sangat-sangat on point nih. Oh, tapi Marzi tertangkap dengan fist crack. Dan yap, ada Dark Wave memang yang dibuka. Arziski yang dituju. Tapi the Way of Dragon gak ada follow up di sana. Feather Ice Strike memang berhasil menghilangkan Pride of Ice dari Joey. Dan ya, sekarang udah banyak resource skill yang keluar. Tapi Aleva dan juga Nasmi masih mengganggu. Dan Implosions, dua member di sana yang
Alright, berbejir.
Close, close. Two more there.
One enemy remaining.
Opilas. He's good. You will die if you pick. Yeah. Low. 120. Can take the op.
Okay, done.
That's good, man.
Stop her. Can I get a drop? Turret out. Need a drop. Grenade, alarm.
Could you destroy the gecko thing?
Placing swarm grenade.
Spike planted.
Up. Bot. Up.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
Where is this go?
Left side.
Last player standing.
Oh my god.
Just let them try to catch me.
Kill dari Arziki, tapi dibalas dengan adanya triple dari seorang Ben. Dan sekarang menjadi kondisi yang sangat merugikan untuk Evo Second karena mereka akan kehilangan juga turret mid.
Mid.
Up. On top of you.
Kitchen. Yeah, kitchen inside.
Spike down B.
Give me those.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Last. Nice shot. Oh my god.
Good thing I was with you. Yes?
Need a drop. Thanks.
Resiko ini dipegang sama Evo Second tanpa adanya sosok pemegang Retribution.
Iya.
Mereka tetap melanjutkan team fight-nya. Dan thanks to Nasmi yang bisa mendapatkan Lord, walaupun harusnya ini Lord ini juga bakal bisa di...
You want to play? Let's play.
Oh my god. I get off angle.
Here. Satchel out. Here comes the initiated.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Here, OP, belt. Yes, guy.
That just reminds me of this one time that I need a drop.
Yo, what you got there? You're dirty, bro.
Turret out.
There, where?
Need a drop.
Queen of Nature kita udah sempat lihat tadi momennya dihindari semua kan damage-nya, dan masalah 1v1 nggak akan mudah gitu berjalan untuk Hayabusa versus Mod.
Yo, Waylay's here. She's here.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
My god.
Dan menghancurkan clean sheet dari EVOS Icon.
Win streak is over. Bigetron Academy berhasil untuk bisa mendapatkan kemenangan atas sang macan dengan banyaknya draft kejutan dan membawa frame.
Bisa didapatkan oleh Arziski barusan. Karena Parsha yang menguasai area river dan 60.000.
Itu juga Joy-nya. Apakah Lord pertama akan menjadi balasan pula yang bisa?
Oh ya, ada dulu dong. Jangan lepas hari.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Got him.
One enemy remaining.
Yo,
Last round in the half.
Save nothing.
Can I have a drop? Thank you.
Joey berhasil dieksekusi, zaman Force sudah nggak ada. Dan seperti ini waktu untuk mundur untuk EVOS Icon, dan dia dikejar balik. Blazers Connect, ada satu member yang ditangkap oleh Leva.
Mantap.
Dalam keadaan steady dan akhirnya ditarget pula, membuat akhirnya ada nafas lagi yang bisa didapatkan oleh Bigetron Academy. Satu mistake yang bisa dimanfaatkan juga, walaupun cara terlihat adanya sosok replay.
You had your fun. My turn.
Now every Toho and Clash of Clans has their own unique experiences, and with that comes different priorities, learning curves, or new features that you may need help figuring out. So today we're going over some helpful starter tips for every Toho. Now, if you've already been through all of them several times, you may not find this guide useful, or waste your time, but you never know, you might find something interesting anyway. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
Let's do this.
Town Hall 1. You're not going to be there for more than 2 minutes, but while you're there, the best advice is probably one we've heard before, and it is to save your gems. You don't need to gem everything the villager tells you to, she's just trying to get you on a roll. You'll eventually want to purchase more builder huts, which cost gems, and so if you save them, you'll thank yourself later. Also, the wizards you receive, you only need one of them to beat the first mission, so if you save a couple, it may come in handy for other single-player missions. Speaking of single-player missions, at Town Hall 2, this should be your main focus. When you start the game, you receive a 3-day shield where no one can attack you, and you don't want to immediately throw it away. Instead, you should be practicing and learning the basics of attacking on these goblin maps, which have more than enough enough resources to do all of your upgrades.
Pushing. Dude, it's so fucking broken, man. I get flicked.
Spike down A.
That guy's so good, man, with the ghost.
Now, at some point, you will start struggling with these maps. It is then when it is a good idea to break that shield and go into multiplayer. This is also the town hall where you unlock starter challenges. The game will walk you through it, so I don't have it again. But don't worry about completing all of them before upgrading your town hall. You'll have access to all of the challenges until Town Hall 6. At Town Hall 3, you unlock the Village Edit mode. It is this button right here, and this is a great time to play around with it and get familiar with the features. It is also the perfect time to reorganize your base, and the best advice I can give is to centralize your mortar. This is the most important defense you have right now, and if players take it out, they can easily wipe out your base. At Town Hall 4, you get your first Town Hall boost, which runs for 3 days. Now I recommend for you to read what these boosts do, and if you're serious about progressing as fast as possible, you'll want to take advantage of this. Then, as soon as you're maxed, and even before if you're close,
Enemy spotted A. Plant the spike. Somebody out.
1B.
upgrade to Town Hall 5. Do not wait. The Town Hall boost will stack, so if you have remaining boosts, you'll have an even longer boost for the next Town Hall. You don't want to waste it. Town Hall 5, it's more or less the same experience as the other Town Halls, but there is one thing. If you're using barbarians and archers, surely by this point in the game you aren't using all of them in every attack. So sometimes when retraining your army, you can accidentally end up with way too many barbarians or too many archers. So rather than trying to balance out your armies manually after every attack or having a safe army like this, instead have a quick train army with anywhere from 5 to 10 of each and train repeatedly as necessary, so you have a somewhat even with barbs and archers for the next attack. Town Hall 6, things begin to get a bit more interesting as you unlock tons of features for more rewards. So if you're not in a clan, that is the one thing you want to do. This is the Town Hall where it becomes really important. This is also the Town Hall where you finally unlock that rune in the starter challenges. Now it may be tempting to use it right away, but I will hold on to it as long as I can, or until you need to claim another rune of the same kind. The reason you should hold on to it is because the value of the rune increases the more storage space you have. At Town Hall 6, loot is easy to come by, so I personally wouldn't waste it on
Scanning ahead. Shot down. My ult is ready.
One side. Yo, one kitchen.
Hey, spike planted.
One enemy
Drop,
remaining.
drop.
Okay, who's got this?
on trying to fill the storages at Town Hall 6. You're probably not going to be there for more than like 2 days. It'll be much more helpful when you need tons of elixir later on. But speaking of storage challenges, if you haven't reached the end and still have some rewards that are locked, don't sweat it. Once you upgrade to Town Hall 7, it will automatically claim all of those rewards whether you earned it or not. So don't waste time at this point trying to complete the track. You don't need to do it. Just make sure that if you do want the items, you have the available space, or else they will be converted to junk.
One more side.
Belum tajam kali lagi besok.
Right here.
and joy, they will be converted to gems. Town Hall 7. What a great Town Hall. Enjoy while you're there. The first thing you should do is make sure you're protecting your Dark Elixir with your life. From now on, this is the most valuable resource to attackers. Everyone needs it to buy and upgrade their Barbarian King and other heroes in upper Town Halls. Speaking of the Barbarian King, another tip I have is to make sure the automatic hero KO is turned on in the hero settings. This will activate the hero's ability automatically if it's about to die and you haven't activated it yourself. Now this is on by default, so it should be on, but this setting is available in a brand new account, so there may be a chance that one time you went into the settings and you turned it off because you didn't know what it was. Just double check to make sure it's on, because this can save your attacks. For Town Hall 8, the best advice I have is to rush to Town Hall 9. No, I'm kidding. Here you unlock the blacksmith, and you may or may not have other options unlocked as well if you purchased them before, or you can buy them from the trader shop finally. But
You want to play? Let's play.
Left side, left side.
Yo, 1 HP, 1 HP,
Spike
1
down,
HP.
B. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
One.
No OP, no OP. Nice shot.
Alright, I take back what I said about those bots. They're pretty good.
it can be really confusing to know what to upgrade, and ores are scarce, so you don't want to waste all of them. Ultimately, it comes down to you. Play however you feel like it. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. But I think anyone will warn you to not bother with the Barbarian Puppet. Even though it's still decent at Town Hall 8, you won't be at Town Hall 8 for long, and it doesn't hold up.
Close. Wait, this move.
Take flight.
Go away. Yeah.
Terminated.
Up at higher town halls. You should instead invest in the equipment that will remain relevant, which is basically everything else. This doesn't mean that one day it won't be very good, but even after it was buffed, it's just not that good, and your attacks will improve with literally anything else. Town Hall 9, what a sick looking town hall, and that's mostly thanks to the walls, right? With that being said, this is the only town hall in the game with 2 levels of walls, and while they aren't that expensive nowadays, you certainly don't want to leave them for last, as it can take quite a while. The same thing goes for the Queen. She has 30 levels, which can take forever, so don't wait long to upgrade her, or else your base will be maxed, but you'll still be working on the Queen. A lot of the advice I have for Town Hall 9 is basically just get started on the walls and Queen ASAP. And you know what helps speed that up? A good farming army. If you're still using Barch or Goblins, I recommend to switch to Baby Dragons. They are unlocked at this Town Hall, and they are not only much more efficient, but just generally easier to use. They can even go inside a base and grab storages and even enough percent to win trophies. For Town Hall 9 and 10, this is one of the best ways to farm. At Town Hall 10, we'll be focusing more on upgrade priority because there's 2 buildings you need to get upgraded immediately. The clan castle and a mortar. Just 1 mortar. Upgrading the clan castle will allow you to request siege machines from clanmates, and this alone has the biggest impact on your attacks so far. As for the mortar, this is one of the tasks for unlocking the 6th builder over in the builder base. And if you've completed everything else, you've probably been waiting for Town Hall 10 to max that 1 mortar. This should be your last task. So get it done, don't wait. The builder will come in. Hey, I know this next tip isn't particularly for Town Hall 10, but it can help if you aren't into the builder base and don't care about doing a little rushing. I would rush straight to Builder Hall 10 and start there. As once you unlock the Electrifier Wizard, you're only 1 level away from completing one of the tasks, which can save you over a month worth of lab upgrades. For Town Hall 11, I'm going to start with something you should start doing, and it is upgrading your goblins. If you're a player who maxes your lab before upgrading Town Halls, this shouldn't be an issue, but I know a lot of players, including myself, skip troops they don't think they'll be using. Well, if it sounds like you as well, you might want to get your goblins up right now, because at level 7, you unlock their super variant, which happens to be the best farming troop in the game. Seriously, all you gotta do is drop them on mines and pumps, and getting Town Halls with it is fairly easy, so...
Stay down. Reloading. Right here. Reloading. There. Here. Watching here.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, trophies are no big deal. But this isn't a farming guide. Just don't sleep on the sneaky goblins. The next tip is to not get stuck using just Electro Dragons. You unlock them at this Town Hall, and they're so easy and fun to use that a lot of people never stop using them through Town Hall 13, 14, 15, and so on, and never learn any other useful strategies. Now, this isn't a debate on whether the Electric Dragon is a good troop, but this is certainly something that plagues Town Hall 11 and...
Placing sentry.
Wait.
Satchel out. Hey, area's clear. Placing alarm bot.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Placing swarm. Swarm grenade out. Placing swarm grenade. 1, 5, like I never Perfect entry.
You're 100 close.
Enemy spotted A. 1 down.
100.
One enemy remaining.
Gotcha.
One enemy remaining.
Sucked. Alright, socks. Bail me now.
onward players. I just want to warn you to not fall into the same loop. Town Hall 12 is not many people's favorite town hall. It has a lot of annoyances, and one of them is that it has one of the largest gaps between time to max the base and time to max the laboratory. It's over double the time.
Take flight.
Oh, there's one here. Oh, there's one in smoke,
Spike down, B.
Wah, guy retards.
Defenders win.
The best tip I can give is to spend raid medals on research potions whenever possible. They're cheap and effective. This only matters if you want to max out completely, so just know that it will take significantly longer than the base itself. There are other Town Halls with similar issues where this tip may help as well, but seeing as Town Hall 12 is basically a giant meme, some players want to get it over with as fast as possible, and this is the best advice I can give. Alternatively, if the lab isn't a priority to you, I would focus on magic items for your heroes like builder potions and books. Town Hall 12 also happens to have one of the highest amount of hero levels, so you definitely want to ease the frustrations. Town Hall 13 has a similar problem as every other Town Hall that unlocks a hero, too many levels right off the bat. So my advice, say hi to your Royal Champion. Good? I'll say bye to her. She's not totally useless at lower levels, especially nowadays that equipment is a major part of their strength, but she just doesn't have enough HP right out the gate. It will suck because you just unlocked her and you want to use her, but it'll be totally worth it. With that being said, when you get a chance to use her, I'm not a pro at Royal Champion deployment, but a general rule of thumb, you almost always want to deploy her last, whether that be after all of your troops are deployed or later on in the attack. She is primarily a cleanup hero or a flanking hero. But of course, this is just general advice. If you're following a strategy that says to do otherwise, then I would probably listen to that. Staying on the same topic, if she's targeted by a Inferno Tower set to single mode, do not wait for the auto ability on KO to kick in, as it doesn't give her enough time, and she dies anyway if she has no help, so you might as well use it immediately or freeze that Inferno or something. So just pay a little extra attention to the Royal Champion and where you're deploying her to avoid this scenario. At Town Hall 14, this may be a bit of an obvious tip, but the battle builders, you want to move them inside the base. When I was at Town Hall 14, frequently attacking other Town Hall 14s, and this wasn't that long ago by the way, this was like last year, I was surprised by the amount of players who still had them outside. This may be partially due to the fact that the tutorial pop-up doesn't explain what it is and leaves it up to the player to figure that out. So even though it may be a no-brainer to some players, for those who don't know, they become full-on defenses whilst the builders repair buildings. But because of the small radius, if they're outside, they will be very ineffective and most likely get destroyed immediately before doing anything. The next step I have for Town Hall 14 has to do with the pets. While all of them can be useful, and it's really up to you if you want to upgrade them or not, definitely try and get the pet house to level 4 as soon as possible and max your unicorn, because it's arguably the best and most useful pet you have. It's often paired with the Archer Queen because there is great synergy there, it boosts her survivability, but the choice is yours. All I'm saying is get that unicorn and upgrade it. Town Hall 15 is the most fun I've had in years, and I learned a lot. And by a lot, I mean Root Rider Valkyrie spam. I'm kidding, I learned a lot more. But let's revisit pets for a second. I don't want to tell you what pets should go with which hero, but I do want to make you aware that Diggy becomes one of the best choices for the World Champion, as it can stun defenses that would have otherwise taken her out if they weren't stunned. Like a single Inferno Tower, as we discussed for my Town Hall 13 tips. Diggy can be the difference between the World Champion dying or staying alive for the rest of the match, so I would highly recommend giving it at least a try and see if your attacks improve. You can also finally use the Hawk Puppet for the same reason, as it forces defenses to retarget, and at Town Hall 15, the Spirit Fox is extremely helpful in combating the same issue. But nobody could have prepared me to deal with the Monolith, which can be devastating to your army. The single best thing that helped me almost never have to worry about it again is to carry at least one skeleton spell, and when your army gets close to it, distract it with the skeletons. Now, there are other ways and probably better ways to deal with the Monolith, but I found this to be the cheapest and easiest for me. At Town Hall 16, I want to start by saying what you shouldn't focus on. The Clan Castle and Storages. The Clan Castle adds absolutely nothing. Well, there is something. It allows you to carry an extra siege machine, but as you know, we can already carry several of them in battles, so it feels like a pointless upgrade. And the storages, including the Dark Elixir one, are not needed to max Town Hall 16. Now, technically, if your storages are maxed and you use a rune, you get a little bit more value from that rune, but it's not that big of an amount. Let's be real, we're only doing them so early because it looks good in the base. But if you don't care about that early on, piece of advice, if you expect the Clan Castle and storages to be essential upgrades, they are totally not at this town hall. You'll eventually want to get to them anyways because a little bit of extra HP, but don't be stupid like me and use a hammer on a Clan Castle that gives you nothing but a new look. The next tip has to do with base building. Typically, we considered archer towers and cannons as the least impactful defenses, so they would often sit outside for one reason or another. But the merged defenses are not the same. You don't want to treat the ricochet cannon and multi-archer tower the same as before. Once you build it, probably look for a new base. The damage they deal is on par and in some cases stronger than some of the core defenses that we're so used to seeing in the middle of bases. Some people even put them next to town halls. Not saying that you have to do that, but they're strong. I suck at base building nowadays, but just make sure that they have similar priority to that of a scattershot or expo. But yeah, those are some helpful tips for every town hall in Clash of Clans. I hope I was able to help. Here are 29 things you might be doing wrong in Clash of Clans. For example, stop freezing the Eagle Artillery at random, like while it's shooting or reloading. The freeze spell not only freezes the Eagle, but also resets it, buying you some time. But you can maximize this time by placing it at the right time. It turns out the best time to freeze it is right before it shoots. So once you hear that ramp up sound, then drop the freeze. This prolongs the time between bursts and forces it to ramp up again, saving you a couple more seconds. I got some more spell tips later, but first, are you still training dozens of troops or using your precious gems for war? Well, you might want to rethink how you do this because magic snacks are a game changer. The training treat has its flaws. It does not boost hero regeneration time, so it's a little awkward for some attacks, but it does instantly train troops, making it the perfect solution for clan war donations. You can fill everyone's clan castle with no waiting, no gems, and basically zero effort, and still have some time to use it for a couple of attacks. But speaking of clan wars, if you're going to be attacking a base that's already been attacked, make sure to watch the replay of that base. It will show you most, if not all of the positions of the traps and also reveal what's in the clan castle. Not only that, but you'll also be prepared for any tricky tactics they used in their base design. Knowing all this information about a base will allow you to plan ahead for the unexpected, which you are now expecting. Feels like you're cheating, except you're not. And hey, if you're doing any kind of attack in the game and you're trying to be as efficient as possible with your time, just close the game. You've probably heard this old age trick, but yeah, closing the game will basically fast forward that attack, and no, it will not end the attack. Everything will play out as if you had just waited. Just make sure that you've deployed and activated everything that you needed to, as the game won't do that for you. This is especially useful for when you're trying to maximize your training potion, get challenges done in the builder base, or simply get past some of those boring spam attacks. Alright, a lot of us love buying hammers, assuming we're getting the best bang for our buck. And after all, it's pretty satisfying to use one. But depending on what upgrades you're doing, you might want to opt in for builder potions instead. For the 120 medals, you can instead get 4 potions, which will take off 40 hours worth of upgrade time. And if you were going to get the hero hammer, the potion would cut off over 2 days. Now this is only for one upgrade. Now imagine you have all 6 builders going. The value here is insane. You can finish multiple upgrades instead of just one. However, going back to what I said earlier, the value is greater the less time your upgrade takes. At the lower town halls, you may want to stick to builder potions if your upgrades take less than about 9 days. But at the upper town halls, where upgrades are 2 weeks long sometimes, the hammer provides the most value. Basically, the most important thing here is how long are the upgrades. Even at the upper town halls, heroes don't take that long, so If you have them all down, builder potions instead of hammer of heroes is the better choice. But speaking of value, a lot of us swear by leaving a builder free for walls. I've been doing this myself for years and I'm happy with my progress. Nobody can change my mind, not even this video. But if you care about being as efficient
Enemy spotted A. Right here.
Time to jump.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Team Ace.
What the fuck, bro?
How'd you get so sneaky? Reloading here.
as possible, leaving a builder free is actually hurting your progress. The time the builder is sitting there waiting for you to upgrade a wall every few hours could be spent on upgrading something. You should instead stagger your upgrades. This means that you plan out your upgrades so that you have a day or two in between them to use a free builder for walls or removing bushes and whatnot, and then you start another upgrade. Then, as all of your builders are busy again, you go farm, and then in a couple of days when you have all this loot laying around, a builder is free again. If you repeat this over and over,
Dropping a smoke. Right here.
Last player standing. Spike down A. Flawless.
you'll get them. Builders are busy again, you go farm. And then in a couple of days when you have all this loot laying around, a builder is free again. If you repeat this over and over, you'll get the most value out of all of your builders. This brings me to the next one, a small tip. Unless you want that perfect screenshot of being 100% maxed, I know a lot of us love that, I do as well, it isn't worth to do if you don't care about that. While you are 100% maxed, all of your builders are, once again, sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Staggering your upgrades means you'll want to upgrade your town hall.
Got the spike.
Why aren't you entering with me, Clove?
Last player standing.
Before you are 100% maxed, because while your town hall is upgrading, you can finish those last couple of upgrades. Well, let's dive into a completely different topic here. You know how you can name your armies? Most of us wouldn't think twice about this feature. There's nothing wow about it, right? But one good way to use it is to write the clan castle troops, siege machines, or spells needed for that army. This way, you'll never forget what that army needs, because sometimes the clan castle content is crucial for that army.
Time to jump.
Army. You may need to get creative though, the character limit is quite small, but something is better than nothing, right? But hey, this is a good segue into clanless players. How do you get troops? Well, one way is to go to request and donate clans that will fill your clan castle almost immediately. But another cool way is to make a second account. Hear me out. This would take a bit of patience initially, but don't worry, you're not trying to max out. You simply rush to the town hall you want, only upgrade army buildings like camps, barracks, and your troops obviously, and voila! You have an unlimited supply of clan castle troops. But you know what isn't unlimited? Loot. Unfortunate, right? And if you have no builders free, players are gonna go absolute ham on your base. RIP. But have you ever thought of going to Legends League? Hey, nobody can steal your loot up there, so it's the perfect place to hold on to loot that you cannot spend. But speaking of Legends League, if you're trying to maximize your ore gains, you might find fake legends interesting. This is where you go to Legends League, purposely drop under 5,000 trophies, and as long as you are above 4,900 trophies but below 5,000, you can attack as much as you want and reap the benefits of that Legends League bonus. But maybe that takes too much effort. I don't blame you. So another way to maximize your resource gains is if you're in a clan war and you're almost certain that your clan is gonna win, like there's no way we're gonna lose, make sure to attack the highest base possible that you can 1-star. Even if the base has already been 3-starred, it doesn't matter. As long as you get a 1-star on that base, you'll get a way better bonus from attacking higher. But hey, you might want to get permission to do this from your clan. But one thing you won't need permission for is getting more capital gold for your clan. That is, if you care about it. Make sure that next time you need to clean up a base, bring something tanky like a flying fortress or a mountain golem. This is because you get a bonus of 1.
Cutting through.
Enemy spotted mid.
Capital gold per troop capacity remaining on map, and tanky troops are less likely to die. Then when the coast is clear, drop everything else you had and you'll get a big bonus. Speaking of bonus, get a snaps from your clan. But one thing you won't need permission for is getting more capital gold for your clan. That is, if you care about it. Make sure that next time you need to clean up a base, bring something tanky like a flying fortress or a mountain golem. This is because you get a bonus of 1 capital gold per troop capacity remaining on the map, and tanky troops are less likely to die. Then when the coast is clear, drop everything else you had.
Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
And you'll get a big bonus. Speaking of bonus, are you still buying stuff in the game? Stop doing that, homie. If available in your country, if you instead bought everything you normally do in the game but in the Supercell store, using code HAVOC of course, you can earn bonus stuff like free gems and magic items. Once you know this, you won't want to buy anything directly in the game again. But speaking of buying things, the first thing you should consider is the gold pass. Assuming you already have all of your builders, this is the absolute best bang for your buck. The perks and magic items is a steal. Never purchase any offers without having the pass first. You know what else is first? Or was. Kind of running out of segues here. The Barbarian Archer puppets, the OGs. A lot of us have abandoned them already. There's so many other great options, but if you're going to keep using them, make sure to also continuously upgrade your Barbarians and Archers in the laboratory. These 2 puppets are the only ones that the troop level scales with the level of them in the laboratory.
I'll handle this. Here. I'm back.
But now that we're on the topic of hero equipment, I'm not going to give tips for all of them, but I felt that this one was pretty useful. If you want to target something specific or a specific area with the fireball, simply take a few invisibility spells, drop them on buildings near your intended target, and once the fireball is dropped, it will go exactly where you want, even destroying defenses that were invisible. This makes it way easier to control its targeting and could prove useful in many strategies where you need to take out key defenses or even the town hall. But let's jump to another topic, gems. We all want more, right? That's why you should do every event that gives you magic items. It may seem like a waste of time, especially if you don't care about the reward, but do it anyway because you can sell that magic item for gems. And hey, I know some challenges are like impossible sometimes, so if you're stuck on one, there are tons of 3-star guides on YouTube. Another way to ensure you're getting as much gems as possible is always clear obstacles. They are a great source of gems, but if you reach the limit of 45, they will stop spawning. With that being said, maybe consider not having so many duplicate special obstacles, because if you have 45 of those, which counts toward the limit, you won't get any regular obstacles spawning anymore, thus decreasing the amount of gems you can get. And no, unfortunately, stashing them does not decrease the limit, so it's 45 total across the board. Alright, I said I would have some more spell tips, and this one is really important. You almost never want to drop a heal and rage at the same spot. This is because you'll essentially be raging your troops out of the heal spell, so then no one is healing. If you're going to be overlapping these spells, the heal spell should always be in front of the rage. Which brings me to the next one. Don't place spells in the middle of troops. They'll naturally walk out of it, so you'll be wasting a lot of the spell's effectiveness. Instead, just barely
Time to jump.
Can you just help me?
touch them and try to predict their pathing for better value. But speaking of value, it is not something you would think the skeleton spell has. But there is a neat way to use it. By dropping it on certain defenses like single infernos, monolith, scattershot, and even heroes, you can distract them for quite a while and basically render them useless. If you time it correctly, it can help you shred bases so much easier. But you know what else can make it even easier? Disabling the screen shake in the more settings. If you have a hard time accurately placing spells or troops, turning this option off may help you a lot. Here's a pretty old Clash hack, throwback. If you are looking for bases and want to skip this screen, simply wait till about 27 seconds and next time you click next, it won't show up, making it faster. This is usually league dependent. If you want to skip this screen, simply wait till about 27 seconds and next time you click next, it won't show up, making it faster. This is usually league dependent, however, so sometimes it may not work every time, but
One by one.
What are you doing, bro?
Kill
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
140 omen.
Here comes the
still worth a shot. On a unrelated note, before you revenge someone, make sure to visit their base and check if they have clan castle troops. This can make or break an attack. Speaking of revenges though, if you are stuck at Legends League before signing up, you can always try revenging someone to quickly lose those trophies. That is if you can find someone to revenge, but that's a different story. Alright, in my last video I incorrectly stated that you don't want to claim the loot cart and instead let it fill up. But I now know that this is terrible advice and you—
Nah.
There. Dropping smokes.
Cutting through.
Reloading.
Good.
I know exactly where you are.
you should always claim it. This is because as long as you're active, the loot cart only collects 20% of the attack with the highest loot stolen, which is usually the first attack anyway. So by not collecting it every time, you could be missing out on free loot. Speaking of free, if you haven't done so already, in the Clan Capital screen, if you click the information icon and head to the attacking section, you can get some free capital gold. It's one of those things that you can easily miss. Much like changing your pets directly from the army screen. This one may be obvious, but I feel like someone out there needed to hear that. And what better spot than the last tip of the video. So with that being said, that's all I have for you today. But hey, YouTube thinks you'll like this next video on the screen, so why don't you check it out? As always,
Many brain cells figured in the mouth.
here are 29 things you might be doing wrong in Clash of Clans. For example, stop freezing the Eagle Artillery at random, like wow. Here are 29 things you might be doing wrong in Clash. Throughout the years, Clash of Clans has had many game-changing updates that have slowly but surely created the Clash we know today. With each and every update, we get new troops, town halls, but most importantly, new features that enhance the playing experience. Today, we're going to be diving into the history of Clash of Clans and pick out the best
Enemy spotted. A. Grenade! Healing.
Spike down A.
My ult's ready. I'll handle this. Time to jump. I'm back.
30 seconds left.
Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
best update of every year from August 2012 to the latest 2024 update. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. 2012 saw a lot of amazing features like the release of the game, Town Hall 9, Expo, the Tesla, spells, and tons of quality of life improvements. But after thinking about it for a bit, I had to go with the September 19th update, which was a pretty big quality of life update. At first, I initially thought the Town Hall 9 update was the best of 2012. I mean, it was a new Town Hall and it introduced the Expo.
Time to jump. Fake teleport. Cutting through.
jump spell, and other important changes, and also the fact that it looks cool as hell. But like many Town Hall updates over the years, unless you were ready to upgrade to it, there was no new content for the majority of the players. And because progression was really slow at the time, the average player wasn't even close to Town Hall 9. I ended up choosing the September 19th update because it not only introduced important features such as spells and defense replays, but it also improved on a lot of small things that we take for granted today. Some of the most notable changes were troops now visually changed as you level them up, while upgrades were made instant. They added a confirmation pop-up so that you didn't accidentally upgrade something, and you could now view a clan before accepting the invitation. Like, what the hell were they doing before that? That's revolutionary. All of these changes would help shape modern Clash as we know it today, so that's why it's my pick for the best update of that year. Now, 2013
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Weapon here.
had a lot more updates because it was the first full year. We got Dark Elixir, Heroes, Air Troops, Leagues, Town Hall 10, Village Edit Mode, Trap upgrades.
Right here.
Here.
Enemy spotted mid. Reloading. Enemy spotted mid.
Fake teleport. Cutting through.
Last player standing.
And much more. It was a massive year for content, and I had a very hard time picking just one of these updates. With that being said, I'm gonna have to go with the January 10th update, which was Dark Elixir. Yes, it was a pain in the ass to make bases before Village Edit Mode, and Town Hall 10 was awesome, but I don't think either of those come close to the impact Dark Elixir and Heroes had in Clash of Clans, especially at the time when Clash of Clans was very simple. Anyone above Town Hall 7 had access to this new layer to the game that was very cool. A new currency that came with a drill and storage. Heroes, a big troop that never dies and you continuously upgrade to make them stronger. This was the highlight of 2013 in my opinion. That wasn't even the whole update, by the way. We also got the second part of Town Hall 9, like a second expo, those iconic walls and other Town Hall 9 content, but also donations. You could now see how many
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Gone here.
many donations your clanmates had. Like I said, 2013 had so much more content, but damn, did it start with a bang. 2014 is probably going to be an obvious choice, but that year we got hero abilities, clan wars along with improvements for that, major hero balances.
Cutting through.
My ult's not ready. Hey, nice dropping smokes.
New troops, traps, and you could finally save bases, like have more than one, which was crazy. But despite all of the great updates of 2014, I chose the April 9th, 2014 update, which introduced Clan Wars. I think Clan Wars is just very difficult to top. I mean, like, imagine if I said upgrading walls with Elixir was better than Clan Wars. If I had to pick one feature to keep from 2014, it's gotta be Clan Wars, hands down. Clan Wars was the feature everyone had been waiting for ever since they heard the name Clash of Clans. And boy, did it not disappoint. Clans could now battle each other, and it finally felt like the game had a purpose. Level up your base and practice your attacks so that you could take it all to war and see who's the best clan. It was awesome, and it still remains one of the best features in the game, and the reason
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
a lot of people play. The update also added storages to your clan castle, which was the first ever iteration of the treasury we're all familiar with today. This update kept everyone happy throughout the year, it was that good. 2015, another iconic year filled with tons of content. We got clan levels and perks, the Air Sweeper, Dark Elixir spells, Titan and Legends League, War Tiebreaker, Talon 11, and a major overhaul to the shield system. Now, surprisingly, I had a very hard time picking one update because it seems like every goddamn update this year had something significant. But I'm gonna have to go with the February 24th update titled Clans Are Leveling Up. I almost wanted to say the Town Hall 11 update in December because it had a new hero you could now donate.
Bomb buddy out. One by one.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Spells and the shield changes turned out to be good, long term at least. But at the time, this was considered one of the worst updates in Clash history. On the other hand, the clan levels update was received pretty dang well. Now, together with your clanmates, you had something to work toward. Perks, which were really good. I mean, I don't think I need to explain each and every perk, but at the time, this added yet another layer to clans. It gave them much more purpose. Along with the update as well, we got the opt-in feature and the clan badge editor. There were obviously way more updates with more content, and the Dark Elixir spells later on were pretty badass, but if you've ever started a new clan or joined a lower level one, you know how important
I'll handle this. Time to jump. Here. I'm back. Cutting through.
Spike planted.
No peeking.
One enemy remaining.
Ram. 80 heal.
Good try, idiots. Circle better watch their backs.
Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Time to jump.
Alright.
Fake time. Cutting through. Decoy.
Satchel out. Nightmares.
Last player standing. Spike planted. One enemy remaining.
And prevalent it is today, almost 10 years later. 2016 is often regarded as a very forgettable year. Many players had quit after the Shield rework. Clash Royale had just come out, and the Clash team was busy ironing out some of those issues from the previous Shield rework update. But we got some pretty decent content, like the loot cart, star bonus, some new troops, well actually a lot of troops, spells, friendly challenges and wars, and the bomb tower to name a few. With that being said, I chose the October 12th update titled Friendly Wars. Obviously it wasn't just Friendly Wars though. We got the bomb.
I don't have.
Rotating. Go. No, never mind. Go back. They go A.
What?
30 seconds left.
Like I never left.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Stay.
One enemy remaining.
That's 3. I can't wait. Please don't blow up.
A tower, tons of cost reductions, but my favorite part of the update were the quality of life improvements that changed the way we play Clash. The army training screen was completely overhauled. This was actually the second time the developers had done this, and they nailed it because it's still like this 8 years later. It made training armies so much easier, and over the years they just kept improving the same formula. I love it. Also, we could finally just add someone by clicking a button on their profile, and you could search them with their player tag. Now, I'm gonna be real, I've never done any friendly wars, I think, but this was also something the community had been asking for.
Medic! Medic!
Cutting through. Decoy.
30 seconds left.
Flashing.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Gun here. Spike spotted B. Grenade!
10 seconds left.
For forever, and everyone was hyped. This update really was the highlight of 2016 in my opinion. Alright, now we're at 2017. That year we got the Builder Base, Builder Hall 6, 7, a bunch of quality of life changes for the Builder Base, and
Here. Time to check. I'm back.
Spike planted.
Looking for me?
One enemy remaining.
I'll pick them apart. You clean up whatever's left.
throughout the years,
Back soon.
Spike down mid.
Hey, picking with me. Clop.
I know exactly where you are.
You're done.
Spike planted.
Reloading.
But what it was
One
the
enemy remaining.
update, and I'm only going to be mentioning the big. Actually, more of that than huge surprise and pretty welcomed addition. The entire update centered around free. This was another hard choice because it's achievements, and it was really cool to finally have even more things to do and get rewarded pretty good for it. Sure, the update was at the end of the year, and it might as well be the highlight of 2018, but it is a 2017 update, and the best in my opinion. Next up is 2018, a pretty solid year for content. We got Builder Hall 8, The Trader, Clan War Tools, Town Hall 12, Siege Machines, Clan War League along with the League Shop and Hammers, and some more troops, spells, and Siege Machines later that year. This was another hard choice because the Town Hall 12 update was not
Enemy spotted A. Back like I never left. Your duty is not over.
Nowhere to run!
One enemy
not
remaining.
just the Town Hall,
Side.
improvements that were very good for everyone. Also, Siege Machines have undoubtedly changed the way we play Clash today. But it's gonna have to be the October 23rd update titled Clan War Leagues. There was just so much in this update for everyone. Clan War League is basically the tournament mode that everyone had been asking for at the time. And even today, it's really fun and rewarding. 7 days of Clan Wars, a new currency that allowed you to buy stuff including a new kind of magic item, hammers. It was a lot, and they nailed it. We also got 25 new single-player Goblin maps. This was the first time they had gone back and added more, and it was a huge surprise and pretty welcomed addition. The entire update centered around free content that you didn't need to spend a single gem on, and that's what makes the greatest updates.
Victory.
2019, a very interesting year, but also a turning point for the game's future. This year, we saw the Gold Pass, Builder Hall 9, a rework to Legends League, Clan Recruitment Tools, Town Hall 13, and a massive amount of quality of life changes. I mean, there is a lot of that. Actually, more of that than big features. With that being said, I really wanted to say that Town Hall 13 and the amount of content it brought with it was the highlight of the year, but damn, the June 18th update, which introduced Builder Hall 9 and the Legends League rework, was a very solid one, and that's gonna be my pick. Even though I didn't care about the builder base at that point, it has some neat new stuff, but most importantly, auto, which allowed you to get a 6 builder, and let's be real, a lot of people simply rushed to Builder Hall 9 for it, so everyone just saw it as a free builder, and hell yeah. The Legends League rework was also a much needed change that made a lot of trophy pushers happy. A couple of other changes in this update, and I'm only going to be mentioning the biggest ones because there's a lot. Practice mode, which is criminally underrated even to this day, and sharing village layouts with your clan and even outside of the game. This update had a lot for everybody, whether you were a casual, max player, or a builder-based fan, everyone. And that's why it's my pick for the best of 2019. Alright, now 2020. We saw the addition of a new community tab, Super Troops, as well as many of those throughout the year, new troops, spells, siege machines, sceneries, and of course tons of quality of life changes. Now, I am a big fan of sceneries. I like how they change the look of a game that we've all been playing for more than a decade, and I can't help to buy the cool looking ones. However, much like the Gold Pass from 2019, it's hard to say that these were the best updates of the year because there's money involved. It's not free content for everybody, so they're not the best updates. It just depends if you're a free-to-play player or if you actually buy into these things. So the obvious choice is is the March 30th update, which introduced Super Troops to everyone above Town Hall 11. Super Troops changed the way we play Clash, from clan wars to how we farm. It was quite a smart method of adding evolved troops, if you will, without them being OP and ruining the game. It added an entirely new dimension to the game, and
Let the bullets fly.
Gonna fall back here.
Your fault. I gotta wait. Gotta go. Lock in sight. Yikes. Coming
Be right back.
New stage in 10.
Enemy killed. See ya.
Stage 2.
3. One down.
Cutting their vision. Reload.
Rampage. Charge your ults.
My ult's ready.
It's a rampage.
Reloading.
New stage in 10.
I'm out of here. Lock in sight.
Low. 1 HP, 1 HP.
Stage 3. Trainers on a rampage.
Lock in sight.
No distraction.
Party's over.
Ultimate corpse.
Stay down. Stop it. Gotta go.
Seconds until stage change.
Reloading. Gotta go. Headshot.
Final stage.
Beat back.
Reloading. Nice and slow now.
Get out of my way.
Got 3.
There's that. Blocking sight. Bye. Here we go.
15 kills to go.
Blocking sight.
Charge your ults.
Go, bro.
You want to play? Let's play.
Kills remaining.
Hitting the brakes. I got a lock in sight.
And to this day, Super Troops are really fun. This wasn't the biggest update of 2020 by any means. Outside of Super Troops, it was minor changes and fixes here and there. But what it was the most notable feature of that year. Diving straight into 2021, it started out with a bang. We got Town Hall 14, along with all of the great content that had to offer, starter challenges, which is basically a free gold pass for lower town halls. You may not know of that if you're not a lower town hall. New troops and super troops, siege machines, and other small changes. I'm gonna be real, besides Town Hall 14, this year was kinda ass. Supercell focused way too much on adding new super troops, and while that was cool, it wasn't enough to keep everyone happy the entire year, especially when a lot of these new super troops were unlocked at the later Town Halls. But the April 12th update, which was Town Hall 14, pretty much carried the year. Pets, battle builders, starter challenges, you could use the lab even if it was upgraded. New achievements, 120 FPS support. Yeah, it wasn't that big of an update unless you were ready for Town Hall 14, but it is the biggest and arguably the best update of 2021. I just wish I had more options because it kind of felt like this was the only right choice. 2022, one of the biggest and best modern years of Clash. It's crazy how much content they were able to fit in this one year. We got the Hero Extra Life feature, Clan Capital, the removal of army training costs, Town Hall 15, new spell, Siege Machine, 15 new Goblin maps, and a bunch of other small tidbits. Now, while I think making troops free was one of the best things Clash of Clans has ever done, if there was one update from 2022 that I'd be able to keep and delete all the others, it has to be the May 2nd update titled Clan Capital. Obviously that's theoretical though, I don't want to delete all the others. The Clan Capital needs no introduction, and if I did try to explain every change in this update, I'd be here all day. It's the biggest thing since Clan Wars. For many years, players have wondered what would a clan village look like, and to finally see that happen was no doubt the highlight of 2022. Not only was this update for the Clan Capital, we also got a reworked trader. You could now reinforce your own clan castle, and clan profiles got redesigned. This was a pretty easy pick for me, and I hope my opinion isn't terrible on this one. Next up is 2023, just last year, so all of this is still fresh in everyone's mind. You either have PTSD or good memories. We got the Builder Base 2.0, which was a major Builder Base overhaul, new troop and super troop, a new district for the Clan Capital, along with all of the content that came with that, new magic items, the Goblin Builder, Town Hall 16, and hero equipment. I'm not going to beat around the bush with this one. My favorite and arguably the best update of 2023 was the December 12th update, which introduced Town Hall 16 and hero equipment. I'm going to be real, it's not because of Town Hall 16, but rather the hero equipment. It's just cool. I mean, who would have thought that one day we'd be able to change the hero's abilities and have really cool options. As soon as you get to Town Hall 8, you get to customize the way you use your heroes, and that level of customization is something I...
Slow ya bang, santai-santai. Oke. Zimo and Zeus, bro. What the hell?
I never thought I'd see. I am loving hero equipment, and the different choices we have is really fascinating. Of course, Talon 16 adds to this being a great update as well. Merging defenses, new paths, and route router. That's all really cool. But we also got some smaller changes like the hero and power potion reworks. Overall, 2023 ended off pretty well with this update. And finally, 2024. We're gonna do this one a little different because it is the current year. Since there is only one update so far, what I'm gonna do instead is pick the best feature of that one update. So to sum it up, we got the overgrowth spell, new equipment, and a reworked clan chat. In my opinion, the one thing that stood out the most was the clan chat rework. I think this is the beginning of something greater, and I'm really excited to see what other improvements they add to the clan chat over time. If it wasn't for that, there'd be very little content this year. But yeah, that is the best update of every year in Clash history. Well, at least in my opinion. This video was way longer than I thought it'd be, but I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. This is another one of those things that I see myself doing for other games or even different topics like the worst updates of every year. So yeah, just let me know down below if you want to see something like that. But anyways, see you guys. Sometimes defenses in Clash of Clans don't look or work as intended, and this often causes some hilarious and game-breaking moments. Today I thought it would be fun to look at least one bug or visual glitch for every home village defense in Clash of Clans. I certainly didn't record this entire thing twice because I switched up the word glitch and bug. Let's start with the cannon, who in January 2015 decided that it would make its own rules. For example, in the case of these two archers, which by the way, the right one is in range of the cannon and is not being attacked. But when the left archer suddenly moves closer, the other archer that never moved was targeted by the cannon. It's like suddenly realized what was going on. Also a weird bug that's happened a few times throughout the years, the level 11 cannon having level 12 parts. It's like it's in between both levels, having parts from each. Level 11.5 apparently. Archer Tower. Nothing crazy for these. Usually the archers on top are the main subject for some pretty funny glitches, like being way too close to the edge, don't do it, or not being there at all. Mortar. Back in early 2013, there was a common bug affecting mortars where they became paralyzed. Basically, the mortar would just stop attacking, and no, it wasn't just some replay bug where it only happened in replays. The mortars were actually not attacking during the match. Now, today this probably wouldn't be a big deal, but considering the mortar at the time was one of the strongest defenses, it was pretty frustrating. There were many complaints of people losing tons of loot because of the mortars not doing anything. It turns out this was caused by the mortar restarting its attack cycle every time a troop died, so it would never shoot. This bug was also affecting wizard towers, but fortunately it was fixed in April of that same year. Air defense. A couple times throughout the years, air defenses could be seen floating in their spot, or at least it looked like they were. The buildings and shadows were not aligned, so it gave the illusion that they were floating. Unless it was to the right, it looked kind of weird. Wizard tower. Aside from that one attack cycle glitch that affected the mortar and wizard tower in 2013 that we just mentioned, in 2015 it experienced a similar bug, but this time it wasn't that the wizard tower was stuck doing something, it was that it wasn't doing anything at all. Or sometimes it would just stop attacking. We never found out the cause of it, but it was fixed in July of that year. Air sweeper. The air sweeper has faced many visual glitches, like blowing no air or always appearing deflated. Me too, air sweeper. Me too. But probably the most interesting were the bug. Deflated. Me too, air sweeper. Me too. But probably the most interesting were the bugs. When first added, some troops were unable to target it properly, so they would be stuck trying to attack it. Now, this is pretty rare, especially how it was patched the same day the air sweeper was added. But in that short time frame, it did apparently lead to some devastating 2-stars, as it could cause a time fail if there were no troops that could destroy it. During this time, there was also a bug that prevented players from building the air sweeper. It was a pretty hot mess. Tesla. Let's start with a simple visual glitch, kind of unrelated to the Tesla itself, but when they first added the base preview feature in profiles, they forgot to hide the only building that was supposed to be hidden. But here's a game-breaking bug. Between early and mid-2015, if a defending Archer Queen walked past a Tesla, and only a Tesla, because it was bugged, it would cause the Archer Queen to freeze, and the only way the Archer Queen would snap out of it is if the Tesla was destroyed, or if it found a wall it wanted to attack. No, I'm just kidding with the last one. This went on for a while. The bug popped up with the Air Sweeper update in April, and it wouldn't be fixed all the way until July. Fortunately, it wasn't happening like every match. It was apparently pretty rare. Bomb Tower. So in a different video, I mentioned how the Bomb Tower was part of the first round of Valley packs. Well, unsurprisingly, these first few packs were also broken. The Bomb Tower pack had this issue where players would get the gems, but not the Bomb Tower. Other than that, though, I didn't find anything else. Expo. Easily the most known and devastating bug was in December 2014, where the Expo's setting was stuck on whatever it was set to in your first base in Village Edit mode. So if that first base had air and ground Expos, and you went to another base and set it to ground, it didn't matter, it would be stuck on air and ground from that first base. And the craziest part is that as an attacker, you'd have no idea. They look like they were on ground and suddenly start shooting air. This especially impacted air attackers, obviously, as some strategies relied on the Expos set to ground. And unfortunately, players had to wait over a month, sometime in January 2015, for the issue to be resolved. Inferno Tower. The Inferno has had many visual glitches revolving around its beam being above the tower. Apparently it's caused by the beam being locked onto something for too long. How does that happen? I don't really know. Another harmless glitch was Inferno's not reloading when you're online. Now before...
Not ready yet.
Timing gua anjing.
Cutting their vision. Reloading. Reload.
Flash placed. Not ready yet.
Enemy spotted me. Enemy spotted me.
Last player standing.
For April 2019, this was normal. You had to reload it yourself. But this screenshot was taken in August of that year. It should have autofilled like the others. The player couldn't fill it anyway, there was no button for it anymore. But the third and last one is probably the most impactful. Much like the bug where Expo settings were stuck, this also happened to the Inferno. It was much more rare, but it also stayed in the game for a lot longer. The first report of this was in August 2015, and over a year later, it was still happening. Now, before we take a look at more glitches, this video is kindly sponsored by DC Dark Legion. Now, if you enjoy strategic games with construction features, you'll certainly feel at home here, as you're in charge of repairing and managing the Batcave that will house many DC heroes and villains as you team up to save Gotham City from the Batman who left most easily. So there's this one glitch that apparently still happens today, where if a Eagle Artillery runs out of ammo during an attack, it will look like it's stuck ramping up. You think it's gonna shoot one last time, then oh, here it comes, almost there, and no, it doesn't. It never shoots. That's because it was dead the entire time. A more interesting bug happened back when the Eagle Artillery was still fairly new. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is supposed to be a bug or simply the way it works. I think this was just one of those scenarios where a bug became a feature.
Retrieving flash.
Too much. Enemy spotted me.
Belakang ada.
Spike down. Last player standing. Flawless.
Let's ruin their day.
Now we wait. Need to move my wall. Now we wait.
But I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Back in the day, his hitbox was kind of broken. In this clip here,
Flash placed. Flashing. Retrieving flash.
Enemy down. Revealing area.
Enemies are alive. Flash placed.
Launching smoke.
Satu hit. Aduh,
Retrieving flash.
kena flash gua.
Sudah bang.
Aman, aman, aman.
One enemy remaining.
Nice one.
You are capable of anything. We are capable of anything.
Launching thorns. Retrieving thorn trap. Rip and tear. Retrieving thorn trap. Wall set.
Doing a thing. Enemy spotted.
Aduh. Kalah aim loh.
Last player standing.
the Queen is unable to reach the evil artillery despite it being in range of the Queen. That's because its hitbox was smaller, so it was actually out of range. For a while, there were many conflicting answers whether this was by design or not. The debate went on for years, but it was eventually fixed in 2019, confirming that it was a bug. Today, in the exact same scenario, the Queen does make that shot. I recreated it because I was curious. Scatter shot. So there's this one bug, and as far as I'm aware, it's patched, but it was happening for years where the scatter shot would still target invisible troops, apparently caused by its retargeting mechanics and in part from the spell as well. Both of them were at fault here. This was especially devastating for Blizzard attacks because you think your troops are safe under the invisibility spell, and so you start dropping all your other spells to do the attack properly, and all of a sudden a scatter shot blasts your troops. You may still see this happening today, but that is caused by bad spell timing, not because of the bug that was fixed already. Builder huts. The builders, while only a defense after Tahoe 14, I still thought I'd mention it. In December 2022, if you happen to tap on one of these upgrading builders, the game would crash. This was caused by a new feature where the builders showed their radius of affected buildings. However, the technology to see this while the builder was upgrading was apparently not there yet. Additionally, another bug was causing builders to get stuck inside walls, rendering them useless. If something needed repaired, they couldn't get there because they were too busy inside a wall. I don't know why, but that's hilarious, especially seeing the builder spaz out. Spell Tower. Fortunately, nothing game-breaking for the Spell Tower. There was a visual glitch that made its spells appear stuck in mid-air. However, I couldn't find any evidence that this actually affected the battle itself. It seemed to be a visual bug for anyone who was viewing it live or as a replay. Monolith. Not the most interesting find of this video, but when Tahoe 15 came out, its interaction with the new spell towers was broken. They initially didn't show the
Deploying drone.
Flash place. Flashing.
Reloading.
Retrieving flash.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here.
Scanning ahead.
Placing wall trap.
Spike down A.
Gotcha. Last player standing.
Right.
I can't end their flow, but I can break their spirit.
They there. They them. They there. They there.
Placing wall trap.
My ultimate is ready. Get out of my way!
Lock.
Line them up!
Launching smoke.
Going in!
Wall trap. Not ready.
Ke flank flank.
Aduh, kau flash.
Belakang. Belakang.
Hitting the brakes!
Fuck.
Oh, fuck. Jauh dong dia.
Enemy down. Molly.
One enemy remaining.
Ada. Ada peluru tadi.
Peluru ada tuh bang. 8 peluru.
Habis tadi ya. Wuihg habis.
Speak up and ask questions. Assumptions will only get us in trouble. Now we wait. Retrieving wall. Now we wait.
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading.
Class placed. Blinding.
Enemy
Good hit.
spotted. Mid.
Smoke's down.
All back here. Rise! One!
Aduh.
See ya.
Not ready yet. Flashing. Retrieving hit. Last player standing.
Dua B.
Launching smoke. Stim beacon here. Spike planted. Shoot the bad guy. Reloading. How's that for a plan?
Reloading.
No charges.
Reloading.
No charges.
Right here.
Cutting their vision. Reloading.
Scanning ahead.
Open up.
Good hit.
Reloading.
Part of the area back.
Reloading.
Retrieving flash.
Reloading.
Down and out.
Wall trick. Blinding tap. Not ready yet.
Last player
My
standing.
ultimate's ready.
One enemy remaining.
Deep breaths.
Reloading.
a drop.
Move. Thank you.
Not ready yet. Be retrieving flash. All set.
Smoke's down.
Launching
Revealing
force.
area.
Waduh, flank.
Redundant. Thorns are live.
Stim beacon down.
Blinding trap. Blinding. Retrieving flash.
Launching smoke.
There.
Silence. Reloading.
Last player standing. Spike down mid. One enemy remaining.
Belakang lu bang.
Mau miso dong dia.
Reloading.
Rip and tear. Launching thorns. Retrieving thorns. Retrieving thorns. Rip and tear. Retrieving thorn trap. Blinding trap. Not ready
Waktu
yet.
yang tersisa tinggal 10 menit.
Scanning ahead.
Beacon down.
Thorns activated. Launching thorns. Thorns down.
Ada datang.
Enemy defender spawn.
Bibi.
Spike drops.
One enemy remaining.
Last market.
Launching smoke.
Back in a flash. Slow down. My ultimate is ready. That's enough way to die.
Last round in the half.
If you're not spending your
I need a weapon.
You guys help me? Bro, I'm knocking
I
everyone
need a
here.
weapon.
Let's try.
I need a weapon. Flash place. Blinding. Retrieving flash. Wall set.
gonna fall back here. Enemy spotted. Mid. Hitting the brakes.
What?
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Merata cok dua orang tadi.
Switching sides.
Getting tired is optional. Keep energy up.
Oh shit. What a trick, bro. Whoa!
Now we wait.
Blinding crack. What are the use in lessons if we don't learn? Rip and tear.
Nice one. Okay.
Thorns activated.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Last place. Not ready yet. Good hit.
One enemy remaining.
Overheal kasih.
Iya. 8 udah kepala gue.
They brought weapons made of metal to kill me. Ironic. Now we wait. Rip and tear. Retrieving thorn trap. Retrieving flash.
Channel lo tuh 135.
Right here.
Smoke's down.
Spike planted.
Waktu yang tersisa tinggal 5 menit.
Not ready yet.
Last player standing.
Bawah kan.
One enemy remaining.
Launching thorns. Launching thorns. Move faster.
Nice one.
Clutch. Thorns are alive. Thorns are alive.
We are strong because we are together. Don't forget that.
Flash placed. Retrieving flash. Flash placed. Now we wait. Back to it. Rip and tear.
Still in sight.
Retrieving flash.
Enemy marked.
Get out of my way!
Rip and tear. Thorns activated. Wall tripped. Thorns activated.
Atas.
Waktu yang tersisa tinggal 3 menit.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A. 30 seconds left.
Depan lu tuh, Bang. Coba kanan. Oh, fuck.
Okay, time for a protein shake. My ult's ready. Stay in range of my stick. Mow them down.
Reloading.
Now we wait. Launching thorns. Blinding threat.
Smoke B.
Wall tripped. Thorns are alive. My turn.
Launching smoke.
There they are.
Allahumma.
3 doors.
Anjing.
Launching smoke.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
The enemy only looks from close.
Reloading.
Their hearts tell a different story.
Hey, step. Anjing ada orang nih sama.
Bring me the arsenal!
Right here.
Blinding crack. What? Not ready yet. Good hit. Launching thorns.
Men, careful.
Thorns activated.
Masuk A kayaknya.
You will not kill my allies.
Thirty seconds left. Last player standing. Spike planted.
Control the space. Control their choices.
Restless bed, Pak.
No good. Yeah, we wait. Flash placed. Rip and tear. Rip and tear. Retrieving flash.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
Mid.
Slowing them down. All out.
This is where someone says something pithy and we pretend to tolerate them. Go ahead. I'll wait. Now we wait. Launching thorns. Launching thorns. Flash placed. Retrieving thorns.
Skit. Itu dia.
Not ready yet. Retrieving flash.
Keren bang, tolong bang.
Retrieving flash. Rip and tear.
30 seconds left.
Retrieving flash.
One enemy remaining. Spike planted.
No, not while I'm.
Everyone having fun? If you're not, you're in the wrong line of work.
Punching thorns. Now we wait. Blinding crack. Rip and tear. Retrieving thorns. Rip and tear. Retrieving thorn trap. Launching thorns.
Get out of my way!
Thorns are alive.
Gotcha, fun! My turn!
Down and out.
Thorns activated.
Fuck.
One enemy remaining.
Main. Oh, nakaka.
Retrieving flash. I feel no empathy for them. What does that say about me? Don't ask.
What?
Launching thorns.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Now we go.
Doing a thing. Enemy spotted.
Retrieving
Please,
flash.
whoa. Gabi. Takas mid.
Last player standing. Spike down
Doing a
mid.
thing.
Do you have any effect, guys?
I'm out. Spike planted.
Boleh.
Match point.
I demand what I'm owed. Now we wait. tear. Launching thorns. Flash placed.
Satu lagi bisa revive itu si Sakia tadi.
Thorns activated. Wall tripped. There.
Revealing area.
Spike down A.
Thorns are
Last
live.
player standing.
Perfect.
Spike planted. Attackers win.
Kami kawanan sih.